Mason Plus is brought to you by the law offices of Jacob Emrani. If you're involved in any kind of accident, Jacob is the guy you want. 800-345-6789. That's 800-345-6789. Also brought to you by Culture Pop Soda, the official soda of me, made with organic fruit juice and herbs and spices and a live probiotic that supports gut health. No stevia, no refined sugars. Stay gutsy. Now, on with the show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Mason Plus. This is the show where I talk about everything in entertainment and in sports. And coming up today on the show, Bobby Moynihan, really funny, going to join me on the show. He is one of the stars now of The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins on NBC. Plus, a little thumbs up, thumbs down with my friends CNN anchor Elex Michaelson and Jacob Emrani, who's one of the sponsors of this show. In the meantime, I want to talk a little bit about a movie that I saw called Project Hail Mary. Now, it's a big hit. Maybe you've seen it already. I think it is terrific. I know it's early in the year, but it's my favorite movie so far this year, and I will make a guarantee. Ryan Gosling is going to be nominated for Best Actor for this movie when we get to whenever the next Academy Awards are. And I thought, let's talk a little bit about aliens. I think the alien in Project Hail Mary is really cool. His name is Rocky, I think. He's from a different universe, and this movie is about friendship more than anything else. Rocky is, in the movie, he's played by, it's a puppet, right? So it's a practical effect. It's not CGI like you see in a lot of shows. And it feels more real. It feels more honest. And they, Ryan Gosling and Rocky, build a friendship. And that's really what the movie is about more than anything. Here are two guys from two different species coming together to try to save their respective planets. I love Rocky. I love the movie. And by the way, I cannot picture another actor in this role and making it work. Ryan Gosling is just so charming, such a good actor. He captures the humor of this story better than anybody else could. So Rocky the Alien is one that I love. Now, one that scares the hell out of me is the alien from the original 1979 Ridley Scott movie, Alien. It is called the Xenomorph. And if you remember the Xenomorph, and there have been so many alien movies now, but the very first time I saw it, I was blown away. There's the Xenomorph. It jumps onto the face, and then you think everything's fine. This is John Hurt, the actor, is playing a character on this ship, which includes Sigourney Weaver, who battles the alien. But the Xenomorph, after it jumps on the face, everything's fine, and then bam, it comes out of the stomach of John Hurt. It is absolutely terrifying. I never saw it coming, and it scared the living hell out of me. And this is a serious alien, right? Gigantic, that smooth head, no real eyes. And then the scariest thing, it's got the jaws within the jaws. So it opens its mouth, and then another set of teeth come out. Scary as hell. And you think you're going to beat it, but its blood is acid. Good luck with that. So the Xenomorph from Alien is on my list of great movie aliens. Here's one, and it reminds me a lot of Rocky the Alien from Project Hail Mary, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. In a weird way, I think Project Hail Mary is kind of a retelling of E.T. the Extraterrestrial because it's about friendship. It's about a bond that develops, in the case of E.T., between three kids and an alien, a lovable alien who loves Reese's Pieces. And I can tell you, when I originally saw that movie in 1982, I sobbed at the end of it. It is so sad as he flies across the moon on the bike. He's in the basket, and then takes off in the ship, and the finger lights up, all that stuff. I absolutely love E.T. the Extraterrestrial, and I saw it twice in 24 hours when it first came out. You see, what else do we got here? How about the alien from The Thing? Now, did you know this movie called The Thing? It's directed by John Carpenter, who I think would go on to direct Halloween. It stars Kurt Russell. And the idea is, here's a crew of guys, I think it's like 12 guys, at this Antarctic research center. And an alien gets in there. And it's not just any alien. It's able to shapeshift. And so it will take out a member of the crew, turn into that crew member, and then the paranoia ensues because we don't know who is the alien and who is not the alien. They can't figure it out. And as these guys die, you know the alien is somewhere in there in one of these guys or as one of these guys, and you're trying to figure out who it is. And by the way, the two guys at the end of the movie, the two survivors, I'm spoiling this, it's from 1982. The two guys at the end don't know if one of them is an alien. They are suspicious of each other because one of them might be the Thing. So that's a great movie. If you've never seen it, go check it out. And then the other one is Predator. Come on, Predator is scary as hell, gigantic. It's got the dreadlock hair and the glowing eyes, and it can make itself invisible, and it's fighting Schwarzenegger and Carl Weathers, and is it Jesse Ventura is in that movie too. And of course, it's gone on to spawn a bunch of other movies. But when I first saw it, I was like, here it's got X-ray heat-seeking vision, right? Is that what that's called? Yeah. It can make itself invisible. It's got the gun, and it's taking people out. An elite fighting crew deals with Predator, and Predator is one of the cool aliens ever in movies. So for me, 5 coolest aliens ever in movies: Xenomorph from Alien, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, The Thing, Predator, and Rocky from Project Hail Mary. There you have it. 5 great alien movies for you here at the top of Mason Plus. Now let's go. My guest today is a Saturday Night Live alumnus who has become a prolific voice actor. He also starred on the Ted Danson series Mr. Mayor, and now he is starring in The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins on NBC.
Hey, welcome to Hitch's office, Kevin James's character.
Okay, you were right. I got out the game a bit, and the game has changed. So either I embrace the Korean feminist celibacy movement for B,
Biseksu, Bishosen, Bihune, Bihun. I'm aware of it.
or I can learn, with your help, how to do the swipey thing with the phone.
Honestly, Monica, this is a great time to dive back in. You know, there's a male loneliness epidemic, so you are gonna clean up. But be careful, because they're also very fragile, so they may fully snap if you reject them. Men are in crisis.
Here is my conversation with Bobby Moynihan. Hey, Bobby, what's up, man?
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? Thanks for having me.
All is good. Thanks for coming on. I'm a huge fan of yours and a huge fan of the show.
Thank you.
Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins, very funny. You are, your character, Rusty, is so out there, man. Like, I think if I were to pick a moment, it's when he drinks directly out of the coffee pot that I totally dig.
Thank you for noticing.
Now, is that you or is that in the script?
I think that was just me. I think I just thought it was fun to drink out of the coffee mug. That's why I said thank you for noticing.
Yeah, no, it's really, really funny show. And you are, I mean, I guess I'm going to ask you a stupid question. What made you funny?
Wanting attention, probably. I don't know. My parents were funny. I don't know. I always enjoyed watching funny people. What made me funny? Like watching SNL, watching Mr. Show, watching the Muppets, like, you know, just like growing up on stuff that I love and having parents that allowed me to do that, I guess.
So you mentioned watching SNL. What was the cast that you started with when you first started watching? What group was it? Do you remember?
I mean, like, my heyday was like Farley, Sandler, Spade, those guys. Like, that's when I was like, what? But like, I was a nerd. I was like watching all of it. Like, I would like seek it out and go watch old episodes. Like before there was, DVDs and stuff and streaming. Like, I would go to like the Museum of Television and Radio and like try and watch.
Really?
So, yeah, I'd go to like the library and watch old SNL episodes because I loved it. Yeah.
That is so cool. By the way, super underrated, the Radio and Television Museum. You can go there and find absolutely anything. It's amazing. Amazing. So you've worked with these guys before, Robert Carlock, Tina Fey. They've done I think you were on one of their other series, right?
A couple. I mean, Tina put me on 30 Rock, which I love her for. Kimmy Schmidt, the Mr. Mayor. I've been lucky enough to be on all. Like, I was a huge fan of them, so I can't believe it. When I saw this was happening, when I saw they were doing a TV show with Tracy, I called them like, please let me audition.
Yeah. What makes them good at this?
I don't know. I mean, Tina, Robert, and Sam. I was trying to explain this to Erica Alexander recently, who's on the show, and like was kind of talking about how like you come from that world, and it's like Lorne and that SNL world kind of teaches you how like the show is the most important thing, and you just do whatever you can to get it done. And Tina comes from that mentality, and I think she learned it from Lorne, and like every single job Tina or Lorne has ever given me has 90% of the same crew all around the board, hair, makeup, set, design. Like everyone knows each other and everyone works hard and knows what it's like to work at SNL. And they kind of like half the people that work on Reggie are from SNL. And it's just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a secondhand language you speak. And I think Tina understands that me and Tracy also speak that language a little bit. And like, I was explaining to Erica, I was like, I keep calling it the Tina verse. Like Tina and Robert and like they created this comedy thing. Like their shows, like they sound different. Like they sound like Robert and Tina shows. And the
thing that impresses me is how many jokes there are. Like there are so many jokes that you have to go back and watch it again so you get the jokes that you missed because you were laughing at the original jokes.
I've heard them say you can't go 5 seconds without having a joke, and like it's true. And like when you watch it, it's really true, and you can literally sit there and count sometimes. And like it's they try to pack in as much comedy as they can in 22 minutes, and it still makes sense. It's like comedy gymnastics. Like there's 3 lines. The first one is completely absurd. The second one is completely grounded. And the third one is like you're crying and you have to be very, very serious. And
right.
Insane. And it's all insane. And you're doing that while Tracy is staring at you.
Yeah.
No.
Now, is Tracy just Tracy?
Yeah. He can't be anything but Tracy. That's what makes him the best.
There's no on-off.
I'm sure there is. Yeah, I mean he's a human being, but like, but yes, he's just he comes from that world. He comes from the SNL world. No matter what happens to Tracy, if he needs to lock in and do comedy, he'll be able to do it.
Yeah,
He does it all the time. It's just in his blood.
Yeah, those guys. Are you watching SNL right now?
Of course. Yeah. It's, I don't watch it like I used to religiously, staying up and watching it because I have kids. I catch it more on TikTok now, or in clips on Sunday morning. Yeah. But of course, yeah, it's all, I mean, I've loved it. I always will. It's fascinating to watch.
Who is your favorite SNL performer?
I mean, the second you say that, I go Maya Rudolph. I mean, like Farley, there's Phil Hartman. There's so many, but like Maya Rudolph makes me laugh more than anybody in the world, I think.
She made me laugh last night at the Oscars when her husband was winning Best Picture and all that stuff. I was like, oh, there's Maya Rudolph.
I don't think she's ever not been hilarious.
Yeah, she's great. So, I'm going to ask the eternal question. What was your audition? What was your original audition for Lorne?
What did I do?
Yeah, what did you do?
Wow. Let's see, the very, very first one, I think that was like when I still, like, it was still fantasy camp. Like, it was still like, what? Like, it was like, I think they told us to do 5 impressions and 5 characters, and like in 5 minutes or something like that. And like, that's exactly what I did, because I did what I was told the first time. And I did weak stuff because I'm bad at impressions. So I think I did Johnny Cash on sleeping pills, which I took out a guitar and I said, and then I just fell off the chair and started snoring. Like, I just did bits instead of impressions. I did Snagglepuss at a swingers party. I did Nathan Lane for the National Hamburger Society. I just did like weird, dumb bits that were like a second long that I thought would get like a laugh, and like I was hoping they would go, well, he clearly doesn't do impressions, but he's funny. And I just tried to like pick people I was shaped like, and then for my characters, I did a bunch of weird stuff. I literally did like a guy I saw on the subway that day, like, because I was like, this'll work. Like, I don't know. I did a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you wound up doing characters that I did on the show probably, but I don't even remember.
Yeah, I mean, you wound up doing so many interesting characters. I like your Rob Ford was fantastic.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that guy. Remember that guy?
Oh, that guy was something, huh? I mean, Belichick was one of your great ones.
Thanks. Yeah, see, it's funny too. It's funny because these are all things I did once in like a panicked week, and like I go like, that's crazy. Oh my God, that's right. I played him.
Yeah, Chris Christie.
Oh yeah.
Snooki. That was a great one.
Thank you.
Yeah. Are you what do you draw upon when you're coming up with an impression? Like, what are you going for?
I am. There are people on that show that are mimics. There are people on that show like Jay Farrow and Taran Killam and like even like Cecily Strong, like people who just like go, well, let me hear a clip of them. Got it. And then they can just do it. And I'm not that person. I have to like, all of my best impressions are just vaguely Italian loud people. Because I'm okay at that. It was like Snooki was more just like, I think I saw a clip of Snooki getting into a bar fight or something and went like, I could probably do that. And like, people just bought it. Like Guy Fieri is just me acting like me with sunglasses on. Like it's
right.
You know,
Right.
or it's more having a fun time about the people's kind of vibe than actual impressions for me. I had to do Alfred Hitchcock once, and I worked like really, really, what I thought was really, really hard on it, and it just sounds like I'm doing Lorne.
What is I was watching like 2 weeks ago. I was watching, and everybody was breaking. Everybody was breaking and laughing. And how does Lorne feel about
With Ryan Gosling?
with Ryan Gosling?
Well, he breaks a lot. I think if I'm being 100% honest, I think he has that famous sketch, the alien sketch, where he broke pretty hard. And I think he's an easy target. And I also think people love when he laughs anyway. So I don't mind when it's him.
Yeah. When you left Saturday Night Live, were you worried about your future?
No, I was good.
Yeah.
No, of course. I mean, yeah, that was the most the most terrifying time of my life was that decision and like what to do next. And I started a family, and it's so funny. Like, it's like I got on a sitcom, I started a family, and like everything was great. And then people are like, they don't see you right away. So they're like, are you okay? Is everything all right? Is everything okay? And I'm like, yeah, no, I started a family. I'm sleeping again. And then now I'm on a TV show with Tracy and all them, and they're like, you're back. And it's just like, yeah, sure. Why not?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I want to play a little game here. I'm going to call this Pick One. So I'm going to take an SNL star, give you 2 movies. You tell me which one you loved more.
Okay.
Okay. So Will Ferrell, Anchorman or Talladega Nights?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I mean, Anchorman is just like it's just like a perfect comedy. I'm gonna go with Anchorman.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. It's one of my favorite
Talladega
movies
Nights,
of all time.
absolutely wonderful. Jack McBrayer, fantastic in that. I love him. But like Anchorman, if I'm on a desert island, I'll take Anchorman.
Yeah, the line I always love from Talladega Nights is I'm worked up on Mountain Dew. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey. And his name, what are the kids' names? Walker and Texas Ranger. Okay, how about Bill Murray? Kingpin or Lost in Translation? I'm giving you two very different kinds of movies.
Oh, Kingpin, easily.
Kingpin is amazing. His hair should have won an award. That swirl on top
like
of his head.
really bold, all those strikes in a row. Like he just does. Like, he's like an elf. He's like a magical elf. He just keeps showing up, doing weird things, and then disappearing.
Yeah. How about Mike Myers? Wayne's World or Austin Powers?
Wayne's World.
Wayne's classic.
Was I mean I think Wayne's World. I mean I love Austin Powers, but like Wayne's World to me was like I was a huge SNL fan. Like that was an amazing movie and like an experience. Like what a great time to love comedy when that came out.
No doubt. Last one is not a comedy question at all. This is like a litmus test. Martin Scorsese, Goodfellas or Casino?
I mean, I know I've seen both. They're both good. I remember, like, I want to say Casino, but I feel like Goodfellas is probably a better movie.
Yeah, you're supposed to say Goodfellas. There's something about Casino that I love. It's the Sharon Stone factor. Sharon Stone is so great in that movie.
Yeah, didn't think of that. That's cool. Yeah, it's like I think it's a personal thing, like that. But like also like the cool people go like I like the one that's not Goodfellas. I do them.
Yes.
I
So I want to turn to something sad.
Uh-oh.
You're a Mets fan.
Who told you this?
I have read it online.
I am not a Mets fan.
You are not a Mets fan? There are whole articles about you being a Mets fan.
What? This is news to me. I love it.
Are you a fan of the Yankees or are you?
I have an odd relationship with sports in general. I grew up in New York. I was a fan of like Dwight Gooden and Don Mattingly, but not necessarily the Mets and the Yankees. Like I was if I had to choose, I would have said I was a Yankees fan.
A Yankees fan, yeah.
And I went to a lot more Yankees games than I did Mets games. But my father was like die-hard New York Giants football fan.
Oh, was he? Yeah.
Everything was Giants. He wore it. I never saw him in anything other than a Phil Simms jersey. He wore it to my high school and college graduation. Phil Simms, that was it. Was
Phil Simms.
Joe Morris, Lawrence Taylor, that era. I could tell you anything about the Giants back then. Not now. I played ice hockey in high school and like I loved it, but I just loved skating. So like I've had sport. My sister is a phenomenal athlete. She's like a gymnast. Like, and I've always been good at that kind of stuff, but I had no desire to compete.
Yeah, sure.
I literally, I just wanted to make people laugh. Like it was, I think a better comedian than athlete. So I went that direction.
By the way, I work in sports. I was a much better talk show host than I was an athlete.
You see, we know our strengths.
If you can't talk, I guess that is the way it is.
Dad was like, you should play hockey, and I was like, I should play snooki.
So you were in Hoppers. You're one of the voices in Hoppers, which is like a worldwide box office sensation.
The best.
Yeah.
I can believe it, to be honest. Daniel Chung and Jesse and Nicole Grindle, the writers and the producers of this movie, knocked it out of the park. I've known Daniel for years, and he writes really beautiful things. And I think the world needed Hoppers right now. I think the world needed a movie about someone who cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you come up with a voice when you're doing, like when they approached you with this role? Did you try something?
They showed me a picture of a beaver with a crown on it. I got real excited, and I was like, I got it. And they were like, and Daniel, who I've known for years, was very much like, we don't want a voice for this. We just want you to be a sweet, kind, like, just like use your own voice. Like, that's what this is about, is connecting with people. So like, Daniel was so good. I didn't have to think. It was wonderful. He any part of my performance I give to Daniel. He guided me through that whole thing. It was amazing.
Yeah. You're right. It's an optimistic, positive, exactly the kind of energy we need right now.
It's also one of the funniest Pixar movies, and I have like no jokes in it. I have a lot of jokes, but I usually get to like improvise and be crazy, and like, I'm the voice of reason in this movie. Like, Daniel helped me be something I could never be in a movie. I'm very thankful this week of him and that movie in particular.
So I want to finish with Fall and Rise of Reggie.
Oh, yes.
So I have heard, and I don't know if this is true, that there's a possibility of a 30 Rock fusion with Reggie Dinkins. Is there any truth to that?
You don't know it yet, but I am actually a young Jack Donaghy. Rusty.
Oh, really?
Jack Donaghy in this. We just haven't revealed it yet. There's going to be like a time loop. There's a portal that Tracy goes through. And Jack McBrayer's character steps out. No, just kidding. I wish. I have not heard anything. I mean, as far as like, there's always connections, like in Tina's and Robert's and their shows. They love putting like little Easter eggs. There's already been a couple. I mean, there's been a lot of like 30 Rock.
True. Yes.
Five Girls, Five Eva references. There's references to Kimmy Schmidt, Mr. Frumpus. Like, there's been like a whole bunch of references already. But as far as like, if you, I'm not trying to spoil anything. I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah.
So I'm going to throw out a theory that,
oh, okay. I like it.
That I have. This is an idea. You might mention this to, Robert and Tina.
A pitch. You have a great.
I've got a pitch. So the pitch is they make a feature film about Reggie Dinkins and Tracy.
Oh, that's funny. This has been discussed amongst the cast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like just in between takes when we're like, where do you think it's gonna go? We always joke around saying if anything ever happens, the whole joke has to be like, well, if they make a movie of Reggie Dinkins, the only person who could play him is Tracy Morgan.
Exactly.
Like, that joke has been made. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Good work. You should wrap.
Good. I don't think I'm qualified, but
I pitch my idea. My dumb pitch was that Tracy has to, or Reggie Dinkins has to, he needs money, so he has to do Dancing with the Stars, and he gets hurt, and so me and Daniel have to do it instead.
Oh, that's fantastic.
That's because I want to dance with Daniel.
Well, by the way, tell me about your background. You've got all kinds of. Are you in like a studio kind of situation?
No, I'm a weird collector, and I do my podcast in this, but this is my office, and I've just never thrown anything away in my entire life.
Right. You do. What's an example of something you've collected?
Anything and everything. Someone just made this for me, and this is my newest thing that I'm happy about, which is a little King George from Hoppers, and they made it.
Oh, nice.
That makes me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a bit of a hoarder?
Sure, you could say that.
By the way, I am the same. My house is filled with nothing but memories. It's
the same
with memories.
I don't mind it. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got, in fact, when I was a little kid, we used to go to my grandma's house in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Nice.
And we would eat in the basement on this Formica table. And when my grandmother passed away, I said, "You are not throwing that out." I put it on a truck, and it is here, and I feel like my grandma's with me every time I have dinner. It's fantastic.
Yeah. We're the same. We're the same.
Yeah, I'm very, very sentimental. I'm a very sentimental guy.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. Well, listen, it is so cool getting you on. I am a big fan. I'm glad you were able to do this. Thank you for doing it. And again, Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins is on NBC and, of course, on Peacock. Thanks for doing this, man.
Thank you so much, man. Such a pleasure. Good talking to you again.
Good talking to you. There you have it, Bobby Moynihan. And now it's time to play a little thumbs up, thumbs down. All right, guys, time for a little thumbs up, thumbs down, and we welcome to the show Jacob Emrani, my close personal friend. If you are involved in any kind of accident, he is your guy, a sponsor of this show. Thank you for that, Jacob.
Great to see you. Always a pleasure to be with you.
And I knew him when he was on Channel 11, and now look at him. He's on CNN, Elex Michaelson, every night, 9 to 11 on CNN here on the West Coast. Elex, great to see you.
Great to see you too, Steve.
Now, we were all together on the court at Crypto.com Arena just a couple of weeks ago, or actually just a week ago. And Jacob, how would you apprise Alex's basketball skills?
Man, I got to tell you, him and I had a little one-on-one. This guy can play. I can see that we're both a little out of breath, but I know Alex is a great player.
Yeah, Alex, you look good out there.
Thank you. Jacob and I go way back on the basketball court. I don't know if you know this, Steve, but back in the day, I used to play Saturday morning pickup ball with my friends every week in Beverly Hills. And on the court next to us was Jacob coaching his son's team.
Wow.
So every week we would show up, and then I would see Jacob Emrani doing his coaching thing, looking like Pat Riley with the hair back, the whole thing. And making everybody look good.
Awesome. Well, this is a really easy game. I'm going to make a statement, and then you tell me if you agree or disagree with the statement. So let's start with this.
Why, or is it just a yes or no?
I'll ask you afterwards, and we'll BS a little bit about each question. So number one, you should never recline your seat on a plane. Is that thumbs up or thumbs down? Oh, interesting. Jacob? Agree. All right. So right out of the box, we are not in agreement on this. Jacob, you never put your seat down?
I never know who's behind me. And usually when I put my seat down, I always get somebody that just wants to continue to kick and kick and kick. And as you know, I have kids. And I know that, kids want to move around. So I just don't want to be that guy who turns around and says, can you get your kid from kicking me? Or if someone behind me is really big and maybe a little bit, the seat's not big enough and their legs are really, long and they're hitting me. So I just kind of stay where I am. And anyways, these seats, they just don't really recline back, especially if you're going from here to Vegas.
Like 2 inches.
That's it.
2 inches. Now, Alex, you said you disagree. Do you recline your seat regularly on a plane?
Yeah, I'm 6'5". I don't fit in the seats, and it's not fair. There's not enough room, so I'm going to take every inch that I can. I wish the airlines would open up the seats a little more, but, so be it.
Do you ever run into any conflict when you put your seat back?
I'm ready to take it.
Ready to take it. Yeah, see, I never do. Not saying anything, but I think it's, for me, it would be rude. I think it's rude to lay back and cover somebody's and back up into somebody.
Well, what if somebody is doing it to you? So then you need the extra room.
Okay,
right?
It's the domino effect. If the person in front of you does it, then you're allowed to do it, and it goes all the way down the aisle. But if everybody just stays still, I think I wouldn't recline my seat. All right, here's number 2. Erewhon's, yeah.
Before you go on, don't forget, he does it because he's 6'5".
Yes, that's true.
There's very few people that could say anything to a guy who's 6'5", number one. Okay.
That's right. Let's
remember that. You and I can't do that. I mean,
yeah, no, he will post somebody up. Here's number 2. Erewhon smoothies are worth $20. Is that disagree? Disagree, both of you. I don't understand it. I mean, I have a friend that orders these, and by the way, on top of that, you pay the fee for delivery, but goes on to Uber Eats and orders a $20 smoothie. I'm like, it's got cayenne pepper and sage or something. I'm like, what is going on here? Have you ever been to an Erewhon, Elex?
I've been to an Erewhon. I actually did a story with Jack Flaherty when he was pitching for the Dodgers in the World Series, and they did a signature smoothie. And so I was in the kitchen with him as he made the signature smoothie and tried it. It was really good. It was really, really good, but not worth $20.
Jacob, $20 for a smoothie.
Yeah, so it's interesting. One of the most busiest ones in Air One is close to where I live. And I always get a kick out of it because on the weekends, you've got people lined up just because they want to take a picture with an Air One smoothie. A lot of the people that are there are tourists and they want to say they want, they've gone to Air One. Now, as you know, Steve, my boys are in that teenage years and they want to try a little bit of everything. So I think I kind of been lucky. I'm sure they've tried it, but they're not those, they're not in the mindset of having to have an Air One smoothie all the time. And between you and I think you can even go to, some of the other places and their smoothies are even better. They just don't have a name after someone.
Hey, go to Jamba Juice. It's so much cheaper and it does the same thing.
Taz. That's my favorite at Jamba Juice.
There you go. Number 3, the wave is one of the ways to show that fans are really into a game. Agree? Agree. I could not disagree more. To me, the wave is for people who are not paying attention to the game. It's people that are more concerned about getting everybody to do this than they are in watching, Shohei Ohtani at the plate. I don't get the wave thing. I am pro baseball. I'm anti-wave.
Well, it definitely distracts you from the game itself, but it shows that you're a part of the community and a part of the crowd. It gets the people to start paying attention a little more, that there's something happening, maybe put their phones down for a second. And it feels good to feel the community, and it sends a message to the players that there is a crowd that is there. So I like it as long as it's not too much.
Jacob?
Yeah, I think when you go, obviously we're blessed enough here in LA to go to a lot of different games, right? When you go to a, Rams game, big stadium, and, they're getting the crowd all pumped up. I think when you see someone start the wave, I think it actually catches the attention of a lot of other fans who may not be paying attention because they see the wave go by them. And when the, players on the field are seeing, here comes the wave in a big stadium, it actually shows that the fans are involved. They're trying to pump up the team. They're trying to make noise. I know, you sit in Dodger Stadium and, you're enjoying that. Baseball is a little different than the other games, right? Over there, you're sitting there, you're at your leisure, you're paying attention. I think anything you can do to get the LA fans involved, I think is a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, don't even get me started on beach balls. Oh, God. All right, 2 more. Singing karaoke is really fun. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs up, thumbs up. All right, I hate karaoke myself, guys. Jacob, why do you love karaoke?
So I'm not one that's actually going to be singing, but I like to go to karaoke because I think it's really cool, especially if I take my staff to a karaoke game or a karaoke, bar. Yep. You end up having somebody who has been really quiet, throughout the year. You really don't know much about them. And then suddenly they get up there and they're just an awesome singer. And I think it's a really kind of cool thing to allow people that normally may not have, an opportunity to show their talents. Maybe sports is not their talents, but singing, that's something that they could really belt out. So I think it's kind of cool.
That's a cool way to look at it, Alex.
I like karaoke of people that don't take themselves too seriously and don't think that they're Celine Dion or Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that. You're not Mariah Carey. But for the karaoke singer that comes in and puts most of the microphone this way, meaning let's get the crowd involved, again, go to community. Now you've got an entire room singing Living on a Prayer together, or Sweet Caroline together. You get a sense of everybody being part of one big thing, just like doing the wave. And that in itself is nice in an environment when far too many people live in their own worlds, their own echo chambers, are always on their phones and not connected to real people.
What's your go-to karaoke song, Alex? Do you have one?
Living on a Prayer.
Living on a Prayer. Jacob, do you have a go-to karaoke song?
As I said, I'm not the one who sings it. So.
Or Sweet Caroline is also a great one. I've done that before, too. That brings everybody together.
Yeah, I got trapped one time doing karaoke, and I chose to do Don McLean, American Pie, which is a fun song to sing along with.
Too long a song.
It's 9 minutes long.
Yeah, bad.
I'm like, bye, Miss American Pie.
It's a good
times do I How many times do I have to drive this Chevy to the levee?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Knows better.
you've kind of sold me on it. It's that sense of community. Alex, I like this sense of community theme you're building here. All right. So last one, maybe this will fall into the same category. The Lakers will make it to the NBA Finals. Make it to the NBA Finals.
No way,
Agree?
Jacob. Down a thumbs.
Agree.
Jacob's in the tank, though. But go ahead, Jacob.
Jacob, finals.
We are right now, as we're doing this, we're on a 9-game winning streak. We've had 4 different people that have hit game-winning shots or close to that. We are the clutch team in the 4th period. As long as we get into the 4th against anybody, we have the best record in the NBA in the 4th in close games. What I believe always in terms of what happens in sports, especially in basketball, is who is hottest at the right time and do you get the right matchup? And I think where we sit right now in the 3rd, if we can, where we got a 3.5 game or 3-game strong lead, if we can continue to do our thing, we're sitting in a good position to be able to get a favorable matchup. You got Luka Magic, you got LeBron playing well, Austin's playing amazing, our bigs are doing well. And, this team actually looks like something that we've seen 6 or 7 years ago. So let me tell you, as a Laker fanatic, we are going to the finals, baby.
Big thumbs up. All right, Alex.
Well, I mean, it would have been real news if Jacob bet against the Lakers. I mean, the guy, look at the background that you got going on there and his cup and the whole thing. Look, I mean, I'm a fan, so I'm hopeful. I hope that that's the case. I just hope we're not peaking too early. You still got 11 games left in the season, and then the playoffs, and obviously playoff basketball is different. I'm hopeful. It is still a challenge to beat the San Antonio Spurs or the Oklahoma City Thunder 4 out of 7 games. But wouldn't it be great if they do it? And so if I'm going to be on the record, I'll be on the record rooting for the Lakers.
Well, I have been on the record as I don't think they can get to the finals, but the last 2 weeks have convinced me that the chances are no longer 0. I think there is a chance they get by San Antonio 4-7. And who knows, you get to a 7-game series with all that experience LeBron has, all that experience Luka has. Maybe that's enough to lift them to the finals. I think we got a shot.
And if they do, and I've been saying this, nobody wants to believe this, but, I think there's a chance if they win it all this year that LeBron then comes back looking for number 6. And then it's a whole different calculus. And maybe he takes the pay cut and maybe, he wins the title with his son on the team and the whole thing. And then it's a very different scenario. So who knows?
All right. You make a good point. I think one of the things to remember is right now is the first time that I think LeBron is comfortable playing the role that he's playing. And I think what you see from LeBron currently is he's buying in. And I've always said this, if LeBron James is your 3rd best player on any team, you have a chance, especially going into the playoffs. I understand both San Antonio and OKC are going to be tough. But the one thing San Antonio doesn't have is experience. And that's something that we are being, even see with any of the other teams that have great young players, but no experience. So I'm hoping that we're not peaking too early. I'm hoping that this is a way we're going to get into the playoffs and that, hey, one thing we got, and Steve, you and I talk about every year is we have not had 3-point shooting. And Luke Hart showed us on Saturday night how important it is for you to have your 5th option that was on the floor, get the ball and hit that 3-pointer. So those are the little things that I see that makes me hopeful.
And their defense is much improved, and that's something we haven't had in years as well. That's why they won that title back in 2020. So that's exciting to see. It's exciting to see them all playing really hard. What would really be exciting to see is them play that way for an entire 48 minutes. What worries me is every game, there's always a stretch where they kind of collapse for a while. I don't know if that works against San Antonio or Oklahoma City for 4 out of 7 games. They basically need to play pretty close to perfect games the whole time. And so hopefully in the next few weeks, we see them put a complete game together and not have to have some of this last minute stuff.
All right. Hey, guys, thank you for playing thumbs up, thumbs down. It's just a silly game we invented for Mason Plus. Elex, thank you very much. Watch you every night, 9 to 11, West Coast time on CNN. And Jacob, I'm sure I will see you very soon.
Yes, very soon. Good to see you guys.
All right. Thanks very much for playing along. There you have it, a little thumbs up, thumbs down with Jacob and with Elex. And as for me, I am really anti-wave. I'm really anti-smoothies from Erewhon. But I am pro the Lakers getting to the finals, so I hope we can get that to happen. Hey, thanks very much for listening. Thanks very much for watching. If you're listening on Apple and Spotify, subscribe to the podcast. That way you'll always know when one comes out. And leave us a 5-star rating and a review. If you're on the ESPN LA YouTube channel, then smash the like button, and you can react to anything that you heard on today's show. Coming up next week, John McEnroe's brother, Patrick McEnroe, talking about youth sports. That's on the next Mason Plus. See you soon.